So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We're going to talk about Chelsea. That'll please everybody. Oh dear. Happy Tuesday, people. We are going to speak about Chelsea. Pulisic has gone. Fofana's gone on loan. Vlahovic could be incoming. Lukaku could be going. And it's kind of mad. We're going to go through all of the Chelsea news. So make sure you are smashing the like button up. That'd be great. Make sure you are subscribing as well. Come on. Just over 300 away from 18,000 subscribers on this channel, which is kind of sick, I can't lie. So thank you very much to everybody who has subscribed already. Do go and check out the main channel as well. I'll have a video dropping on there as soon as you finish watching this one. And I am live with Terry from the Football Terrace a little bit later on today as well. So about 3:30, we will be live on the Football Terrace. So make sure you come and check that out. But let's go through some of these signings and players that have gone out. Incomings, they've signed Paez for 17 mil, and Kunku obviously 52 mil. Nicholas Jackson 30 mil. Juan Richards doesn't have a price next to that. Maybe he was a freebie. Alex Matos was a freebie. Diego Morena freebie, and Samuel Smith 4 mil from Everton. And not only that, they're still in for Caicedo, so that could be on the list soon. But when you look at the outgoings, Azpilicueta's gone, Mount's gone, Koulibaly, Kante, Flaberma, never heard of him, Edouard Mendy, Simons, Dujon, Sterling, never heard of him, Kovacic, Kai Havertz, and Loftus-Cheek. When you actually break it down as to how many players they've actually got rid of that were actually part of that winning Champions League campaign 2 years ago, I actually couldn't believe this when I see this. They have only got 3 players left that actually played or was in the squad for that Champions League final 2 years ago. It's actually crazy. And people sit there and waffle on about, you can't do it all in 2 transfer windows. Well, Chelsea have done it in 2 transfer windows. In fact, if you actually have a look at the players that they've got rid of, Azpilicueta, Mason Mount, Kante, he was part of that. Was Mendy part of that? I think Mendy was part of that, wasn't he? 5. Kovacic 6. Havertz 7. They got rid of 7 first teamers. Loftus-Cheek as well. You can throw him in there. 8 first teamers from that Champions League squad. That is actually mad. And they've done that in one, well, it's not even halfway through the window. Unbelievable, really, when you think about it. And they ain't finished yet either. They have not finished at all. They are still looking, well, Pulisic, he's going to be going. He's on his way to Milan. Yeah, that's all but done. So Pulisic's going to be gone. Fofana's going, albeit he wasn't in the squad. But they're getting rid and doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. When you looked at their squad, they had about 30, 40 players. It was just ridiculous. Right? And you're looking at it thinking, I don't know how they're going to get rid of all of them in one window. Here we are. They had a plan. They're executing it to perfection. It is going so well for them right now. Yes, the incomings ain't great. The incomings are not great at all. It's a lot of names that we've never heard of, and Kunku was already obviously done. They haven't really signed anybody else. Nico Jackson. I mean, is that a great signing for Chelsea? Probably not. I know he is a striker, but he's not a very good one. But you never know. New manager, he might actually get a little kick, a little boost. Who knows? But they do need to go and do some more, and they are looking at Dusan Vlahovic. I don't get the hype around Dusan Vlahovic. I can't lie. Like, we were linked to him. Arsenal fans had their pants around their ankles all the way through a summer window and a January window. Dusan Vlahovic. I was sick of hearing the geezer's name. Yeah, it's like anyone with an exotic name. Yeah, this lot have their pants down. It's kind of mad. Yeah, Chelsea do need a striker. I think that's pretty obvious. But I think the one thing for me is I would be going for a player that's already in the Premier League. Harry Kane, Ivan Toney. For me, if they're not going to get Kane, go and get Ivan Toney. I know he's not available until January in terms of being able to play, but I think he fits perfect. I think he's a baby Drogba. I think he's that good. I'm not putting him on that level of Drogba, but I think the way he plays is strong. He's physical. He can score all types of goals. Cool as a cucumber on penalty. Yeah, he'll work his nuts off. Yeah, he's good defensively on corners. Right, he can win headers and get the ball out. And I think you could pick him up for about 50, 60 mil. Yeah, get him in training. I'm pretty sure he's allowed to train. And then as soon as January comes, boom, and he's going to want to prove a point. And the fact that he scored 20 odd goals last season for Brentford, just deep that, for Brentford. Now imagine putting him into a team that creates chance after chance after chance, something Chelsea didn't do last season, by the way. But I do think with Poch, they're going to have a different style of play. They will create chances, and they will be a lot better with Poch. But they do need a striker. And for me, Dusan Vlahovic just ain't the guy, man. Like, he really ain't. Like, maybe he'll come to the Premier League and smash it. I do think that if you get a tall, physical, imposing figure in the box for Chelsea, with the amount of chances they can create, yeah, I do think that Vlahovic would score goals. Of course he would. But I would rather, if it was me, I would rather be going for a player that's proven he can do it already in the Premier League. You know, we've seen that Vlahovic has moved clubs, smashed it at Fiorentina. He's gone to Juve. He's not exactly ripping up any trees, is he? You know, Juve are now banned from Europe. So yeah, they're not going to be in European competition next season. So, you know, I don't really get it. I don't really get it, if I'm honest. Like, Chelsea obviously not in Europe as well, which could play into their hands. You know, they could fly up the table by only having one game a week. But I just think that when people rave on about these overseas players, like, I'm not saying that I'm Prem biased and all of that, because I'm not, but does anyone genuinely watch Juventus every week and sit there and go, yay, Vlahovic looks amazing, I'd love him at my club? I don't think they do. Like, maybe you do. Maybe there's Chelsea fans that are watching this, that are sitting there going, boom, I watch Italian football every week, mate. I think he's quality. If you are, leave it in the comment section. But I'm pretty sure nobody's sitting there going, wow, what a baller. You know, what a player he is, mate. Oh, yeah, I'd love him down the bridge, mate. Love him down the bridge. Like, nobody is doing that. Nobody watches Italian football. It's crap. Let's just be real with it. It's not what it used to be back in the 90s. So I'm not saying he's not going to be any good if you sign him. And the amount of money they want for him is about 60 mil, 70 mil. You might as well just go and buy Ivan Toney. You know what you're getting with him. Yeah, how old is Vlahovic? I think he's younger, isn't he? Let's have a little look. Just Dusan Vlahovic, 23. So he's still young. He is still young. Let's have a little look at his statistics. 10 goals last season in 27 games. I mean, that's hardly ripping up any trees, is it? Europa League, he got 3. And Champions League, he got 1. 14 goals in 32, 40, plus the Italian Cup, 42 games. It's not great, is it? Yeah, and I always think that if you're a striker that is, or a winger that is doing less than 20, 30 output, or even if you are doing 20, 30 output, anything you're doing in the Italian league or the Bundesliga or La Liga, just halve it. So he got 14 goals last season. Half that, he'd get about 7 or 8. That's how I work it out. It may not be perfect, might not be the right way to do it. Every time I've seen somebody hyped up into oblivion, like this guy is by Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans are on it as well, Man United fans. But when somebody is hyped up so much, Jadon Sancho, for example, yeah, Jadon Sancho is the perfect example. Look at how much GA he was getting in the Bundesliga. And I said to one of my pals, I said, he'll come to England and he'll do nothing. And he's done nothing. Because that league, everyone plays a high line. It's easy to. I could go and play in Germany and get goals. It's not difficult. That league's crap. Yeah, it's crap. When you look at other players, Anthony, another one, yeah, looked like a wizard on the wing. Comes to Man United and he just looks like a fidget spinner. Like, I'm not saying that these leagues are crap and these players are crap. What I'm saying is, like, you just have to have a pinch of salt with it. Take it with a pinch of salt. If a player, Darwin Núñez, another one, smashed 36 goals in one season in Portugal, can barely hit a barn door in England. So you have to kind of factor that in as well. I know it's different styles, different managers, etc., and there are exceptions to the rule, of course. Aubameyang came in and just hit the ground running. You know, there are other players as well. No, Drogba many, many years ago. You know, it took him a little while to get going, but he was a big game player. Yeah, but I just think that if Chelsea are going to go and do 60, 70 mil on a striker, this guy is not the guy. He genuinely ain't. I don't see enough from him. Like, yes, he can score goals. Yes, he can hold the ball up. But every time I've watched him, which isn't often, I'd say maybe 10, 11 times I've watched this guy play football, I'm just flattered to be deceived by him. Yeah, he looks clumsy on the ball. He almost looks like he's like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? lack of confidence, maybe. I don't know. Just it's almost like he don't want to be at Juve. I don't know. Maybe that's why Chelsea are getting. But yeah, let me know what you think. I don't think he's any good. I can't lie. Yeah, there's other strikers out there you could go and get. Yeah, just for me, when it comes to a striker, get a banger from the Premier League. When it comes to other players, cool, go and get a centre half from somewhere else, a right back, centre mids as well. But when it comes to the attacking positions, for me, I know there's loads of exceptions, but for me, you've got to go and get someone that's smashed it already in the Premier League. Maybe you agree with that, maybe you don't. Leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on Dusan Vlahovic, Pulisic to AC Milan. And yeah, let me know on all of that. Do sub to the channel. Do smash a like on the video. Do share the content around as well. Like I said, I will be live with Terry Flewers in just over an hour on the Football Terrace. And make sure you go to the main channel and check out the content on there as well. So yeah, we're out of here, people. All have a blessed Tuesday. Adios.